What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode. This is episode number 14, and we start today's episode off by redeeming a Scout Future Star from the catalogue, and for the first time in this series, we shall get ourselves a Future Star, which will hopefully be just as good as Cesar Valente was in the Hamburg career, and Marco Ryan Tyler was in the Watford and Milan save. And as well, a question for you guys today in the comment section down below: what nationality and position do you think our Scout Future Star will be? Of course, Ryan Tyler was an Italian winger and Cesar Valente was a Brazilian goalkeeper. What nationality and position do you think our Scout Future Star will be? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll have a go as well. I think he'll be a German striker. So let me know in the comment section down below what nationality and position do you think our Scout Future Star will be. Let me know in the comment section down below, and in the next episode we shall find out together. But still, for the first game of today's episode here, we will take on Las Palmas, coming on the back of our 2-2 draw against Deportivo in the last game, in the last episode. We had the first chance to get with a free kick going way over the bar, but then in the 27th minute, how about this? Las Palmas got themselves inside. The shot was parried by Kepa, and then Nacho comes across and makes a really important block there at the far post to turn the shot behind for a corner and keep the score at 0-0. In the second half, with 14 minutes to go, there's a good chance for Las Palmas to get themselves in front for the first time in the game. Good save by Kepa, though, ensure the score would stay at 0-0, and that was how the game would finish. I think I said 13 minutes there. It was about 17 minutes to go, but either way, that was how the game would finish. A 0-0 draw here at the Estadio de Vallecas, and it was just a very, very poor game, and apparently we only took one shot in the entire game. That wasn't true, we took a couple others, but either way, there were very few chances to report. Basically, nothing went on in that game at all, and don't get me wrong, the unbeaten streak does now get extended to 7 games, I think it is, but that's now 5 draws in our last 6 games. Now, don't get me wrong, I like how we've been playing of late. Again, the unbeaten streak getting extended, really good to see. And it is good to see as well that we're getting clean sheets too, and looking quite solid at the back as well, which is very good for a young side. But 5 draws in our last 6 games, I mean, that's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? So coming to the second game of today's episode here, as we would travel away from home to take on Sporting Gijon, we had to return to winning ways and surely wouldn't draw once again. And the first chance of the game fell here 10 minutes before the break. Bayona's shot was well saved by Cuellar though, and eventually he pounced on the rebound as well, and it was still 0-0. But good to see us get the first chance of the game, but 10 minutes later, there was a really good chance for the home side to take the lead. Halilovic finds Sanabria here on the edge of the area, plays it inside towards his teammate, but what a save that was by Kepa on the one-on-one, and then the flag was raised for offside on the man at the far post. So it was still 0-0 in this game at the break. The home side had dominated possession, but in the second half here, just 5 minutes after the restart, we won ourselves a free kick just inside the Sporting Gijon half. Nacho floated the ball into the centre, and as the goalkeeper Cuellar came out to meet it, he got nowhere near it, and the former Swansea defender Jordi Amat, who came in the January transfer window, scores his first goal for the club by heading the free kick into the back of the net and making it 1-0 to the away side. So a great free kick by Nacho, a really teasing delivery, but for the goalkeeper Cuellar, he came off his line really quickly. He made his mind up, he wanted to punch the ball away, but instead got nowhere near it, and Jordi Amat had a free header really and put the ball into the unguarded net. So the Sporting Gijon defender decided not to jump for some reason. The goalkeeper got nowhere near the ball, he just punched the air, to be honest, and Jordi Amat had a very simple header in the end as he put the ball into the empty, unguarded goal. So Sporting Gijon 0, Rayo Vallecano 1. That was it for a very long time, until 5 minutes before the end of the game, when they deep crossed the ball into the centre. They had a deep cross into the centre. It fell towards the man at the far post, just inside the 6-yard box, and on the first time volley, Kepa had to make a fantastic reaction save and turned a powerful strike behind for a corner, and that was how the game would finish as well. Final score: Sporting Gijon 0, Rayo Vallecano 1. It's 2 clean sheets in a row, and the home side did have a lot of chances in this game. 10 shots apparently in total, and 6 on target, but Kepa played very well. I thought he defended pretty well too, and of course Jordi Amat scored the only goal of the game, heading in a fantastic Nacho delivery. But once again, what is the goalkeeper doing here? Comes out for it, gets nowhere near it, and the number 4 guarding, or marking I should say, Jordi Amat, didn't even bother jumping. He just walked away from him. So in the end, a pretty simple goal for us there, just a simple ball into the box, and Jordi Amat headed it in. So final score, Sporting Gijon 0, Rayo Vallecano 1. I wanted to return to winning ways, and we did with the 3 points. Although I will say once again, I think we got quite fortunate in that game. The home side did play pretty well, and on another day would have got all 3 points, but instead they couldn't even get 1. But as we come into the third of 4 games in today's episode here, we will take on Sevilla at the Estadio de Vallecas. As you can see right now, with the unbeaten streak being extended, we're gradually climbing the table and going towards the Europa League places. Now, I did say in the first season I didn't plan us to do anything really. I didn't think we'd come away with a European place come the end of the season, certainly not a Champions League place, but there is an outside shot of us qualifying for the Europa League. So taking on Sevilla a few plays behind us in this game, I was hoping to keep the win streak alive, make it 2 wins in a row and keep the unbeaten streak going here and collect another really important result. And the first couple of chances fell to us as well. First Perez being denied by the goalkeeper, and then Itura's strike from range going just wide of the post. And in the 8th minute, another great chance for Perez, once again going through one-on-one, but again it's a smart stop by the Portuguese goalkeeper Beto at his near post, and it's still 0-0. And once again from the corner, a bit of a carbon copy really. Sevilla getting the danger away. Once again we take aim from range, but can't hit the target. So still 0-0 and 4 very similar chances in the first 10 minutes for us. But good to see us going attacking straight away and trying to get the first goal of the game. But in the 19th minute, a good chance for Sevilla to get their first goal of the game. Reyes going for goal from range, but he couldn't hit the target either, and it was still 0-0. And in the 25th minute, another good chance for Sevilla. Once again, Reyes goes down this right-hand side, crosses to the far post. Iborra wins the header. Sorry, not Iborra. Gamero even wins the header, but can't hit the target, and it goes wide. So there were so many chances in the first half an hour. And in the 36th minute, another great chance for Sevilla. Crone Dali heading the ball over the bar after Kepa came from a corner and got nowhere near it. It was still 0-0, and with 5 minutes to go, yet another chance here. It was such an action-packed first half. Crone Dali going for goal from range, but once again, the problem in this first half was that neither side could hit the target on a consistent basis. The final chance of the first half fell here with a minute to go. Gamero went down the left-hand side here, took it round his man, cut inside and kept on going. Didn't want to lunge in and give away a penalty, so I allowed him a space to shoot, but as you can see, Kepa made the save at his near post and turned it behind for a corner. And at the break, there have been 11 shots in the first half, but only 4 on target. Sevilla had more of the ball though, but it was still somehow 0-0. But in the second half here, just 11 minutes after the restart, Sevilla did have a great chance to open the scoring, and they would as well. And Zonzi headed the ball in from just inside the 6-yard box, and what a ball it was by Crone Dali, who was playing really well for Sevilla in this game, basically orchestrating everything through the middle of the park. As they played the ball down the left-hand side here, you'll see it on the replay. The cross by Crone Dali is absolutely inch perfect. Jorge Mera can't get a touch on the ball, otherwise puts it into his own goal. The man trying to mark Nzonzi loses him for a split second, and as he creeps inside the 6-yard box, he simply couldn't miss from just a couple yards out. And it was also how the game would finish as well. Final score, Rayo 0, Sevilla 1, and for the first time in a long time since the Real Madrid game way back in December, we do taste defeat. So pretty disappointed about it, to be honest, but I do believe Sevilla did deserve the win. They played very well. Crone Dali, my man of the match, for a dominating performance through the middle of the park. And again, just watch this assist by Crone Dali. That cross right there, a first time bullet with the left foot. No chance for us to get on the end of it. And Nzonzi simply couldn't miss. That angle shows it the best. What a ball that was. It curled just at the right moment as well. And Nzonzi simply couldn't miss the target. So 1-0 to Sevilla. That was the final score. And again, we do taste defeat for the first time since the Real Madrid game. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about it because once again, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, we don't plan on doing anything in this first season, but an outside shot at the Europa League would be really nice, and if we could qualify for it for next season, I'll call this season a massive success. But now, as you can see, we've dropped down to 11th place in the table. You need to be in the 5th or 6th places, I do believe, in La Liga to qualify for the Europa League. It's highly unlikely we'll get back up the table to that kind of position again, but either way, it was good to know we went on such a long unbeaten streak, but unfortunately, Sevilla did end it with that victory there. But still, for our 4th and final game of today's episode here, we take on Real Betis away from home. Tras Horas would also return to the first 11 for the first time since his injury. He'd also hit the bar as well of our first chance too, robbing the ball and going through one-on-one, but smacking the ball onto the underside of the bar. Perez was then denied by a great save by Adan, and eventually Bruno got the ball away. But in the first half, as you can see, we were playing pretty well. Once again, Perez denied by Adan there, and it was still 0-0. I changed to a 4-4-2 for this game. Thought it would make us a bit more attacking and a bit more threatening, and it certainly did as well. We had a really good first half and were very unfortunate fortunate not to be in front. Had it not been for some great saves from Adan and also poor finishing from me, we would have been in front. But as you can see as well, 23 minutes after the restart, once again we went through one-on-one for the second or possibly even third time in this game. But Konate's finish was really poor as it was easily saved by Adan. Let me say easily, it was a one-on-one chance. But either way, the goalkeeper made the save and it was still 0-0. But the final chance fell to us with 2 minutes to go, and I thought we won the game late on as well. Bebe whipped in across to the centre and Pablo Hernandez got to the ball just before the goalkeeper Adan. Once again, this episode filled with goalkeepers making mistakes coming out to claim crosses. He headed the ball into the open goal, but unfortunately the celebrations were cut very short as it turned out he did stray offside. And it was how the game would finish as well. Final score, Real Betis 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. We're back to getting those draws. That is now, I believe, 7 in our last 9 games or something like that. Just absolutely bizarre, really, how many games we're drawing right now. And I must say, I thought we were very unlucky not to win this game. My finishing, though, was really, really poor, and that was the problem. I only had myself to blame for not getting the 3 points in this game. We had so many chances, none better than this one. Chaz Horaz running through one-on-one, but I put way too much shot power on the shot, and it clipped the underside of the bar, and eventually was cleared. So still, final score 0-0. Good to know we do respond after that defeat to Sevilla with a credible draw, but after having so many chances, I am disappointed we didn't get all 3 points, but we'll take the point regardless. We sit in 10th place, and with 12 games to go, there is still an outside shot of qualifying for the Europa League, and there have been a lot of positives to take from our first season in charge with Rayo Vallecano. But that will end today's episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Likes, of course, much appreciated, and it really helps the channel grow as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll see you for the next episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode very soon.